weighing 235 pounds, Spike Hubert. From Kansas City, Missouri, weighing 252 pounds, the world heavyweight champion, Harley Race.
The gold belt is handed to referee Chuck Riley by the title holder, Harley Race. And Race squares off with Spike Huber. Spike Huber, what an opportunity for him against the world champion. Race lifts Huber, body slam by the champion. Race right on top of Huber. Oh, small package by Huber. This could be it. He has him all tied up. Oh, at the count of 2, Race pops the leg out. And Race checking with the referee to make sure that he got out of there at 2 and not 3. Race, surprise, looking over. Spike Huber is quite a handful for anybody. He's been proving that, getting better and better every time out, getting a lot of main events throughout the Midwest. And he's deserving each and every one. The son-in-law of Dick the Bruiser. And he has obviously learned well from the Bruiser, although his tactics, I think you could say, are somewhat different. But he can get rough. He can duke it out if it comes to that. Side headlock by Race, but not for long. Huber with a hip toss. Oh, Race staggered. Huber lifts the world champion. Body slam by Spike on Harley Race. Side headlock. Down goes the kingpin. Count of 1, and Race lifts that shoulder off the mat. You know, of course, Harley Race had a bit of a scare, to say the least. Race lost the title to Tommy Rich in Augusta, Georgia on April 27th and regained the crown from Rich in Gainesville, Georgia on May the 1st. Of course, Race was invoking a clause that he wants in almost every contact, guaranteeing an immediate rematch. Sam Muchnick flatly refused to give Race this condition for the match with Missouri State King Ted DiBiase. According to Muchnick, such a condition is absolutely ridiculous, and that is a direct quote from promoter Sam Muchnick. Not that Muchnick would not give a dethroned champion a rematch with the new title holder, but it's just that Muchnick feels his hands should not be tied as to the date, and that he feels a new champion has a right to get a chance to settle in before he squares off once more with the man he knocked off the throne. So, if DiBiase takes the gold belt from Race, Harley's going to have to wait for any chance to remove DiBiase, and in fact may have to earn the right to a rematch. Race forced Huber to the ropes. Huber tried to turn him. Harley, very strong, keeps Huber on those ropes, scored with a knee lift. Huber, though, grabs the head of the champion. Race keeping Huber on those ropes, leaning into him. That's something that is very much underestimated about Harley Race, is his power. He has unbelievable natural strength. If he stays on top of someone and can get the right leverage, I think he can put anybody down with just pure muscle. And Huber, with some muscle of his own, blocks the side suplex and scores the side suplex of his own on Race. Huber pulling back on the head of Race, and Race groans out, no, he will not submit to Chuck Riley. To me, in a decisive fall, it's almost unthinkable to believe that Harley Race would give up if it meant the gold belt. It could happen, I guess, if there was enough damage done, but it would take a tremendous amount of punishment to beat that man down, Harley Race. I don't think there's ever been a tougher champion. Ted DiBiase knows it, and he's willing to do what he has to break that man, to break Harley Race, to take the title from Race. DiBiase knows what a chore it is. There is the gold belt. There is what it's all about, the biggest prize in wrestling. That belt, symbolic of the world title, a world title that dates back to people like Frank Gotch and Jimmy Londas and Strangler Lewis and Joe Stecker and John Pisek, and more recently people like Lou Thez and Buddy Rogers and Whipper Billy Watson and Pat O'Connor and Gene Kaniski, and most recently the man who has it now, Harley Race. That's what everybody wants, the gold belt. It's Race's now. Ted DiBiase wants it. Race trying to bear hug Huber while Huber holds the side headlock. Harley again using his weight and size to push Huber to the ropes. Huber thrown away by the champion. Oh, Race tries a drop kick that misses. Huber outmaneuvering the champ. A drop kick right to the forehead by Huber. Right on the money. Body slam from Huber. Race bouncing from the force of that body slam. Side headlock, and down goes Race again. So far, an absolutely brilliant effort from Spike Huber. You couldn't ask for more from Spike Huber, using his strength, using his skills, keeping himself under control, and Race is having trouble with Huber. Race grabs the hair of the referee, slaps the hand away. Spike Huber punishing the head, twisting the neck of Harley Race.
5 minutes have passed, 10 minutes left.
Watch as Huber bounces that neck around. The neck always, of course, a vulnerable point on any wrestler. If you can tire the neck, hurt the neck, you have that man in a lot of trouble. Huber knows it. Race rolling Huber onto his shoulders, using the tights for a bit of extra leverage. He can't keep Huber on the mat, though.
You gotta like this Spike Huber.
Oh, what an effort he gives you. I'll tell you, you talk about 110% guys. Well, Huber's a 150% guy. You never see him give less than his absolute best and a little more. Imagine what he's thinking today. Imagine how the adrenaline is pumping through his body today against the world champion. Cautious break, and then the headbutt by Race. I think Race knows how to use every part of his body as a weapon. He used the headbutt right there. A second headbutt by Race. Huber staggers down to one knee. Race going for the pile driver. Huber blocks it with a backflip. A back body drop by Spike Huber. And Race is covered by Huber. Race throws Huber off. It was worth a try. And Harley Race just looks a bit dazed right now. He's run into a buzzsaw, and the buzzsaw is named Spike Huber. Huber pulls back on Race's head. It's working for him. Naturally, he's going to go with it. Race has been able to get out of the headlock for a while, but not for long. Huber always finds a way to put him back in, and usually, after giving Race a pretty hard ride, after doing some damage to the world champion. Race, again, using that power to push Huber to the ropes. Even on his knees, he's strong. Headbutt into the abdomen by Harley Race. Race with the flying mare on Huber. Pushing that head down, lining Huber up and driving the knee into the forehead of Spike Huber. That hurts the knee, but I'll guarantee it hurts the head a lot worse. Race covers Huber, can't keep him down. Race up first. Huber a bit dazed now, the shoes on the other foot. Reverse neck breaker by Harley Race. Talk about versatility. The world champion has it too. Race lining up Huber, takes the rope for a bit more momentum. A second knee drop to the forehead of Huber. That crowd screaming and then just silenced as soon as that knee bangs into the head of Huber. They'd love to see Huber put Race away. Huber thrown right through the ropes and out to the concrete floor by Harley Race. Race going out after him. Race knowing he's in a dogfight, and he goes out after Spike Huber. Race pops Huber right in the mouth. Harley Race. Oh, he's lining him up for a diving headbutt on the concrete floor, and he misses. Huber roll away, and Race with a diving headbutt hit the concrete floor. Huber with an opening here. He lifts Race and pounds on the head of Race. You want a battle outside the ring? Don't forget who Huber's father-in-law is. Huber and Race roll into the ring. Race in trouble now after missing the diving headbutt and hitting the concrete floor. Huber pounds on the world champion. He covers the champion, cradles the leg. But Race, oh, is he tough. Race gets away, side headlock. Race throws Huber to the ropes. Flying tackle. Oh! Race trying to leapfrog over the top. A collision and both men going down. Huber and Race colliding right in the middle of the ring. The world champion spotting his prey, crawling towards Huber, but Huber's up. Flying tackle from Huber. Oh, he tried that flying scissors. Race stood tall, trying to block the flying scissors and cracked heads with Huber the second time in a row. They've rammed together, cracking together right in the center of the ring. What a battle this has turned into between Huber and Race. Knee lift by the world champion. Huber down. Race going outside the ring. Crawling up on the second rope. On the top rope. Huber spots him. Grabs him. Huber grabbing the world champion and throwing him into the center of the ring. Huber dives across Race. This could be it. No, Race throws off Huber. Huber again hits those ropes. Goes beneath Race. Oh, Race blocked it. Lifts Huber to the air. Pile driver. Oh, what a pile driver by Race. Race blocking Huber's move, catching him with a tremendous pile driver. Huber trying to squirm away, but he can't do it. And Race with the pile driver. Oh, what a battle he had from Spike Huber. But Race caught Huber trying to go underneath, lifted him to the air, and scored with a vicious pile driver.